All right, we're live now. Hello, everyone out there. Payette Forward, David and David here with another iPhone live stream. Do a little Q&A today. We just passed 20,000 subscribers, so thank you all so much. Yeah, totally. The chat is open. Feel free to leave us any questions or comments you have about the stream.
Big news recently in Apple. People have been saying that the iPhone XS has had bad charging issues where it's taken too long to charge, and we're going to talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that.
We got some trivia.
Some trivia questions. We'll do 2 giveaways tonight.
Yep. David's going to try to stump me with an app.
Yeah, we're going to do the weird app of the day where I give 3 apps. You guys have to guess which app is the real app.
And David doesn't know that I've also prepared a weird app for him.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't know which one is going to be the real app.
All right, fair enough.
So let's dive in. Let's talk about the iPhone XS real quick and about the charging issues that people have been having.
The charging issues the iPhone XS has been having, sure.
So a lot of people are saying my iPhone XS is charging slowly than my old iPhones did. And there are a number of reasons that this could happen. One reason is that the phone has a bigger capacity battery. So it just takes longer to get from 0 to 100 if the battery is larger capacity.
Sure.
Another reason is that older phones have diminished battery capacity. So let's say a phone has 3,000 microamp hours, because that's how it's measured, in microamp hours in battery. After a year of use, that might be down 10%.
10% might be 90% battery capacity.
So let's say we're at 2,700. And then the new phone comes out, and that's got 3,300. So people are saying it's slower getting to 3,300 than it is getting to 2,700. Well, that makes sense.
Well, the battery's bigger. It takes longer. It's a physically bigger battery. It's going to take longer to charge.
And there are a number of other factors that play into how fast iPhones charge, like the charger itself. Also, a lot of people know that iPhones have fast charge capability, but not a lot of people know exactly how that's supposed to work.
Right, and which iPhones actually do. It's the iPhone 8, iPhone 10, iPhone 8 Plus, iPhone XS and XS Max, and the 10R.
So what do you need to charge an iPhone fast?
Well, you need one of those special USB-C to Lightning cable connectors, which Apple doesn't include with the phone.
You don't have one. So Apple phones support fast charging, but you need an Apple USB-C power adapter that they make, like ones that come with the new MacBooks, and you need a special USB-C to Lightning cable, not just a regular USB cable. But if you have those things, then you're supposed to be able to get to 50% in
30 minutes.
30 minutes.
You could also try using a charger that has higher amperage.
So if voltage is how fast current goes through a garden hose, amperage is how wide the hose is. So higher amperage chargers can push more current or more battery capacity faster. So inside the box, there's a 1 amp charger. Usually when you charge with your computer or in the car, it's 500 milliamps, so it's half the speed of what's going on in here. The iPad charger, on the other hand, is 2.1 amps.
Right.
So it's going to be about twice as fast as the charger in here. And a lot of people have noticed that. As a rule, it's a better idea to charge lithium-ion batteries slowly. Now, Apple says that you can use up to a 2.1 amp charger safely, but sometimes you may have noticed that if you use one of those chargers, your iPhone gets hot. Heat is bad for lithium-ion batteries. So the best idea is to charge it as slowly as possible, which is really not the most convenient thing, but you don't want to overload the battery. It's okay to get to 50% really fast, but as soon as you start pushing it up to the top, that's when problems happen.
Well, a great way to avoid being frustrated with your iPhone charging speeds is to just charge your iPhone overnight while you're sleeping, and then you don't have to worry about it.
And optimize your iPhone battery life.
You can optimize your iPhone battery life by checking out our iPhone battery video after this stream has concluded. Hello, chat, FaZe, Passin' Time, Vicky, Thomas, Latora. I think Apple fixed it with the latest iOS update. Mine is okay now. Yeah, I don't know if it was an iOS issue, but maybe...
I mean, iOS updates can fix all sorts of bugs. But I think that a lot of people are having the issue because they're seeing the difference between their old phone and the new phone. And it just feels like it's taking longer because it is.
It's about time you guys are back. Where were you?
We were golfing today.
We were golfing this afternoon.
We did. We played 9 holes before the stream.
Yeah, I wasn't here last week.
Right.
So we've been kind of slow with the actual video uploads lately because we've been working on a pretty big project right now, cell phone comparison stuff. But what we're going to try to do with this stream is do some segments, chop those up and upload them later, and then tomorrow we'll probably do some quick videos as well.
So expect more from us, definitely. We're not quitting. We got to 20,000 people.
Vicky charges her iPhone and Apple Watch with an iPad charger.
Perfect.
Speed. Efficiency.
What
kind of giveaways are we doing tonight? Well, we got 2 trivia questions, and what's the prize going to be?
The prize is going to be $10 gift certificates to the Payette Ford shop.
Boom.
You can get a whole bunch of stuff with that.
Yeah.
You can get an iPhone waterproof case.
Yep.
Or you can pay a few extra dollars and get an awesome iPhone cable.
Yep.
And there's a lot of other stuff.
A lot of stuff there.
The reason we're doing that is last time we ran into some issues with giving prizes overseas, and it was very difficult for us to send gift cards.
Yeah, the Amazon gift cards are only compatible
in the U.S. store.
Yeah. So.
And then you got to have PayPal, and that's not compatible. So we're just trying to make it easy for everybody.
Yeah.
Be egalitarian. We may come out with some bigger prizes eventually.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we get some bigger prizes, we'll give them away for sure.
Absolutely.
So, what should we do? What should we talk about? We did the iPhone XS charging.
Do you want to go right into, we should talk about baseball, I think.
Baseball?
Mm-hmm. Because last night we witnessed the Yankees losing.
Oh, yeah.
It was very disappointing for both of us.
Yeah.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah.
We're both Yankees fans.
Yeah.
And you guys can let us know if you guys are Yankees fans too.
We had that one Yankee fan last time. He was cool.
Yeah, he was cool. But I think with Stanton last night in the 9th inning, I was pretty disappointed. David and I haven't actually talked about this.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's there to say?
Not much. Well, here's the reason I'm bringing this up, is that we're going to do a little game here where I'm going to name 3 apps, and one of them is real.
Okay.
And they have to do with baseball.
I thought I was going to give you 3 apps. You're going to give me 3 apps first? Okay.
Yeah, I figured I'd preempt.
Answer in the chat what you think the answers are, or if you have any other questions about your iPhone, feel free to throw them in the chat. We're here.
Yeah, before David answers, in case he does know the answer to this, let's see what you guys think too. So, baseball. Who doesn't love to talk about baseball? Recently, a baseball social networking app was launched by the players because apparently Facebook wasn't enough, and Twitter and everything. We needed our own baseball social networking app. What is the app called? Is it called A, MLB at Chat?
At Chat?
At Chat, like at bat.
Okay, all right.
MLB at Chat. Is it called B, Infield Chatter?
Infield Chatter, okay.
Is it called C, Chatting Order?
Oh man, those are all good names.
Or are they again? MLB at Chat.
MLB at Chat.
MLB at Bat. Infield Chatter and Chatting Order.
Now these are professional players, or they're all any baseball player?
These are professional players. Now the app claims to have over 1,000 MLB players signed up. Now I did some math. There are how many teams and how many players on a roster?
There are 30 teams, and the regular season rosters are 25.
25. So
doubleheaders you get 26, and playoffs you get 40.
Wow. Well, apparently 1,000 of these players have hopped on board the app. So
getting some answers. Some people say A, some people say B.
Yeah. MLB at Chat.
So MLB at Chat.
Nobody's going for
Infield Chatter.
Yep.
And what was
Chatting Order.
Chatting Order. I think it's MLB at Chat. They're getting the MLB brand in there.
Unfortunately, that's not the answer.
Oh!
The answer is Chat, or no, it's not. It's Infield Chatter. Infield Chatter is the name of the app.
Infield Chatter. Well, Vicky Allen got that one right. The only and Green Swamp Frog. So maybe they're baseball fans.
Way to go. Yeah. I kind of liked Chatting Order and MLB at Chat.
So that's a social media app
for baseball players to connect with their fans.
How is it different than the Players Tribune?
I have no idea what that is.
Okay, it's a publication of athletes that write articles for fans.
think they wanted their own app.
I think Derek Jeter founded it, or
was
one of the co-founders.
Who's he?
Who's Derek Jeter? Yeah, okay, that's great.
Okay.
Yeah, the answer was B.
Infield Chatter. So you're going to get this app? You're a baseball fan?
I'm not going to get that. I might check it. Is it free?
It's free.
If it's free, I'll check it out.
It's in the App Store. Yep. Should be fun.
Yeah, Sayuj got that right. Miller Ray got it right. Vicky Allen got it right.
Way to go, guys.
Green Swamp Frog got it right.
Nobody went for Chatting Order.
Nobody went for Chatting Order.
I liked Chatting Order.
That's a good
answer.
answer.
Like the batting order.
Yeah, it's okay.
MLB at Chat, I thought would have been a better name because it's like at bat. They could have been like MLB at Bat for all your games?
MLB at Chat makes the most sense because it has the MLB trademark.
Yeah, and it's put out by the Players Association. It's not like some guy put it out.
Yeah, so that's kind of weird that they wouldn't put an MLB in there. Interesting.
Chatting Order.
All right, well, I have 3 apps, and they're a lot more fun than that. I'm going to turn my computer this way.
Okay.
Hold on, real quick. Gabriel Dadzi, my iPhone 7 Wi-Fi grayed out after updating to iOS 12. What do I do?
That could either be a hardware problem or a software problem.
I would check out the article on Pay It Forward called "My iPhone Wi-Fi is grayed out."
What do I do?
What do I do? Restart your iPhone.
Yeah, she's done that.
Restart your router.
Yeah.
Reset network
it's
settings.
It's not going to be router, yeah. It's going to be, if the Wi-Fi is grayed out, it's probably, I mean, I hate to say it, it's probably a hardware problem, but the only way you can really find that out is if you back up your phone to iCloud, DFU restore your iPhone, because we're talking about hardware, so we have to talk about firmware.
Yeah.
And see where you end up after that. If you DFU restore your phone and it's still happening, what you got, like one fruit fly?
There's a fruit fly.
There's one fruit fly in the entire place.
Yeah.
Living in a pigsty over here.
Back up your iPhone.
Yep.
DFU
if that doesn't
restore.
work, yeah, you're gonna have to go to the Apple Store.
Apple Store.
It used to be always water damage, but now that the phones are waterproof.
Did you recently drop your phone
in a puddle of water? Yep. Were you at a wedding? Is rice in the headphone jack? That's what always used to happen.
Can you tell if your screen was replaced by just looking at it?
It depends on the quality of the screen.
Depends on the quality of the screen. If you're replacing your own screen, don't use a cheap one.
At the Apple Store, people used to come in, and if an Apple phone has been altered by a non-Apple technician or with a non-Apple part, you say, "Go away, jerk. We can't help you. Get out of here."
Because you void your warranty too once you break it over.
Totally void it.
Yeah,
so people would come in. Yeah.
I mean, if you have Apple Care Plus, don't even bother trying to replace it yourself. Just go in and get it fixed for $29.
Right. People would think that they could try to fix it and then come in and get the $200 at the time price, but then we were just nope, $650. Bang. So to answer that question is usually what we would see is that the camera at the top, there's a little black ring around the camera, and it would be misaligned. Or there'd be a problem with the speaker grill being misaligned. Something would look off, and then that would tip us off. Now, we weren't trying to get people in trouble, for the record. We were trying to do everything we could to help people. That wasn't official policy, but I tried to do what I could to help people. But sometimes, they called them Frankenphones. People would come in with these Frankenphones, and we'd open them up, and there'd be parts missing and screws missing.
Miller Ray, so I did everything you guys said in the battery life video. My iPhone 8 Plus is always at 30 to 40% at the end of the day. I guess it depends what you're doing during the day with your phone.
Yeah, I think it's working fine. Hate to say it.
I mean, if 30
to 40% at the end of the day is like
where you're on the internet a lot or streaming music or videos a lot.
Yeah.
Using a lot of apps during the day, if they're heavy apps for sure.
The year is 2018. In the year 2030, my prediction is that we're going to be saying to each other, do you remember when we had to charge our stupid phones every single day? That was so annoying. Or they'll just be like, so advanced that they have to be charged every 2 hours.
Yeah, be so powerful.
Yeah.
Vicky Allen is curious. Do you guys know of people having touchscreen problems with their iPads? I just had this with my 10.5-inch iPad. Went into Apple Monday and they replaced her iPad. Great. I haven't heard about that.
You're the first that I've heard. I mean, people are always having touchscreen problems with iPads and iPhones and other devices. At the Apple Store, you think that everything's breaking all the time because you get to see all the worst cases all day long, every day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't heard of that recently. I got in trouble once at the Apple Store for replacing an iPad I shouldn't have.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Somebody knocked it off the shelf and
real villain.
Smashed, and I got a talking to.
All right.
What was it supposed to do?
My 3 apps for you.
All right, so let's just recap the segment for the people.
Okay, so recap the segment. I'm going to name 3 apps. One of them is real, 2 are fake.
Okay.
You have to guess the correct one in the chat. Tell us what you think. These are not baseball-related apps. So I'm just going to turn my computer this way so you don't see. All right. App number 1, the iPhone Oven app. It revs up your CPU to 100%, making it really hot so you can reheat old food. That's number 1. The Anti-Mosquito Repellent app, an app that makes low-frequency sounds, which helps keep those pesky mosquitoes away. Or 3, the UV Sunscreen app, an app that turns your iPhone display into a virtual sunscreen. You then rub your phone on your skin for protection from the sun.
That's awesome. You did a really good job rating those. That's awesome. I like all of those.
In the chat, let us know what you think.
Yeah, I'll let you guys. I think I know what the answer is. I have a strong feeling about it.
And while you guys answer that in the chat, FaZe Med asked, did you see the UFC fight? I did see the UFC fight.
Really?
It was nuts.
Was it?
Yeah. The guy who won jumped over the fence and started assaulting one of the coaches from the other guy.
That sounds great.
Yeah, it was really...
I had to give up on the UFC stuff. It was too much for me.
Yeah, it was a good night.
Too much for me. Everybody's saying 2.
Vicky and Green Swamp Frog are saying 2.
The mosquito low frequency one.
Adam Burnmeister says, hey. I dude Liart. Love your videos. Thank you.
Yeah, we love your name.
Sayuj says mosquito. Phase Med says mosquito. Oh, we're echoing again? Every time.
This will stop the echo.
Gabrielle says 2. Correct.
Is it 2?
It is.
Yeah, I think I've heard of that app.
The anti-mosquito repellent app.
So just clarify for me. How is the sunscreen app going to work by rubbing my phone on my skin? Because God knows I could use it.
Like the display turns a certain shade, which can then repel the sun. You rub it on your...
I think that you may be misinformed about how sunscreen works.
Yeah, I know. Sayuj says, yeah, major brawl at the UFC fight. You know, if you got some free time later, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's
if you're into violence.
I won't be watching that.
Treasure Dude actually has the mosquito app. I want to know if it actually works for you because
we just had a fruit fly.
There's no scientific evidence to support that low frequency sounds actually repel mosquitoes.
And I mean, if you think about what can emit a low frequency sound, the last thing I would think is an iPhone.
Well, I'm going to actually open the app right now and play the sound for you all.
Okay.
So hopefully
it's not too loud.
Let's see, open the app. And you can go to the App Store and totally just download this right now and let us know what you think.
Let's go to the overhead cam and you can show people what.
All right, so I got the mosquito repellent app. I installed it about 5 minutes ago. I'm already getting asked for a rating. I'm going to say not now. Oh, I'm getting an ad for some sort of mosquito repellent thing that actually works. I'm going to skip that. Okay, here we go. Oh, there's another ad right there. That's good. Oh, you want to use the app? There's another ad. That's 4 ads right off the bat. I'm going to close that.
Well, you're going to try. I'm just going to try to get you to click on it.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Sound frequency, 8 kHz. What is that, kilohertz?
Kilohertz.
All right. Brace your ear. Oh, another ad. 5 ads.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
That's not low frequency. I think you must be misinformed about low frequency.
Oh, you can actually make it a lower frequency, or is that a higher frequency?
Those are higher frequencies. So the peak of human hearing is supposed to be about 20 kilohertz.
Okay.
And we're supposed to be able to hear about 20 hertz, which is really low bass, to 20 kilohertz. But most adults are somewhere in the 16 range, 17 range.
So you're kind of a music expert too with sounds and stuff. You kind of know what a low frequency sound is. Is 8 kilohertz low enough?
It's not. I mean, I don't know if it's low enough for mosquitoes, but it's not a low frequency sound.
As I said, and you know, if you actually go to install this app, there's like a whole disclaimer paragraph saying, "Note, there is no scientific evidence to support that this actually works."
Right, but there are ads to support.
Well, yeah,
ad developers.
I gave them 6 ad impressions right there. So
yeah.
That's the mosquito app. Install it, don't install it. It's probably not worth the storage space.
We give it
1 star.
No stars.
No stars.
1 star. 1, yeah.
All right, let's see what we got going on in the chat.
That sound would make your dogs cringe. Indeed.
I took an older generation iPad mini to the Apple Store, not because it will only charge in my car. Car. I took an older generation iPad mini to the Apple Store because it would only charge in my car. But it's completely empty of charge within a few hours. I was told by an Apple employee would not replace the battery due to age of the iPad mini. Is this true?
If that's what they said, then it's true.
Yeah.
So Apple has a 5-year sort of window where you can repair devices. After that, they become vintage devices, which means we don't touch them anymore. So a lot of the times we had older iPhones that we could do, but as soon as you got out of 5 years back for Macs or iPads or anything like that, you're sort of out of luck. So the best thing to do is to get it repaired with a local shop. What I do want to say, though, is if it's only charging in your car, this is going to circle us right back to the iPhone charging issue, where different chargers have different amperages. So if it's charging in your car, generally that's a 500 milliamp charger, whereas the wall charger for an iPad is 2.1 amps. There's a power regulator inside of your iPad that's supposed to limit the current that goes on, but I've seen what I believe happens is that power regulator gets fried at some point using a third-party charger, usually, or maybe a water thing happens. Water problem?
Water problem, sure.
That's it. We'll say that. Water problem. It gets wet. So try your laptop. Does it charge in your laptop too? Because generally what happens is the devices then only charge at the lowest available charging power, which is 500 milliamps. I know I could have said that more clearly, but definitely check out plug it into your laptop. See if that works.
Sure. Try both USB ports on your laptop. People saying that sound drove their dog nuts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Tola Chan, how can I save iPhone battery life? This channel has a great video.
Yeah.
14 tips to save iPhone battery life.
Yeah, it's one of our most popular videos right now.
Yeah, I think it's number 2 or 3-ish.
Yep. 200,000 views.
200,050, more or less. Thomas Keats, should I be fearful of iOS 12.1 update on iPhone 8? No, I didn't even know that update was available.
No, but I wouldn't be afraid.
I would be so confident in that update that I'll tell you right now that after this stream, I'm going to download that update because I didn't know it was available. Phase Med, when are you going to do giveaways? Trivia question?
Yeah.
Right now? Let's do it. Let's fire up a trivia question.
Yeah, we came up with some trivia questions today that we think are kind of fun.
All right, let's see what we got. Trivia question number 1. Every iPhone touchscreen has 2 main components. One of those components is the LCD screen. What is the other component called, and what does it do?
That's a good question.
Every iPhone touchscreen has 2 main components. One of those components is the LCD screen. What is the other component called, and what does it do? Echo. Not us, I just said the same question twice. Hello, Anshul. Fusio and Torch. Yes, it was the Mosquito app. We played the sound. You're going to hear that in a few seconds if you're a few minutes behind. Enjoy.
12.1 is not out.
Oh, it's not out? Maybe it's beta.
I think they got our hopes up there, Thomas.
Yeah, I was really excited.
We were so stoked about that, and now we're finding out that... Is it a beta?
Is it a beta? It might be a beta.
I don't know. I haven't had a problem with an iOS update in a very long time. Have you?
I don't think I've ever had a problem with an iOS.
Problem with an iOS update? The only problem that I've ever had was in older devices when I updated too far. An iPhone 8 is not an old device. And, let's see.
Backlight?
Backlight? No, we're talking about the main components.
Main components.
So the LCD screen, the backlight, we're to put those in one category, which is the screen category.
Can you change the intensity of vibration? On silent, the vibrate doesn't seem too strong enough to notice. Can you change? There are some vibration settings in...
That is a good question.
In accessibility, if you go to settings, general...
I'd love to have people on at some point ask us questions live to see if you guys can actually stump us, because I'm pretty sure that, they'd stand a chance.
I'm sure they could.
They could stand a pretty good chance of doing that, but...
Settings, general, accessibility...
Maybe we could actually help some people and fix their problems for them live.
Oh. Settings, general, accessibility, vibration, just
sort
lets you
of
turn it on and off. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to adjust the vibration buzziness.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we got a correct answer here.
Sure
Gabriel Dadzi, the digitizer, responsible for the touch response.
Yep, that is it.
Well done.
So a lot of the time when people would come in with broken iPhones, they would either, they'd be able to touch the screen or the backlight would be off, but they could see that when they touch things, the phone would make sounds, but there was nothing on the screen. Or the other thing was they could see the screen, but they're touching it and nothing would happen. So inside of your iPhone, there are separate cables that both go to the display, but one of them is for the LCD screen, one of them is for the digitizer, and there are a whole bunch of other cables in there too for all of the stuff in the notch at the top of the display.
Well, Gabriel, put your email address in the chat. It won't show up there, and we'll copy it down. We'll email you after the stream ends.
Congratulations.
So we got another trivia question later tonight, probably another 20 minutes before we get to that one. It's a really good question. It'll probably be a little bit easier. A lot easier to Google, in my opinion. But, so...
Let's talk about Siri shortcuts.
Siri shortcuts.
You spent a good amount of time today setting up some Siri shortcuts.
So there's a new app, iOS 12 Shortcuts app. If you go to the App Store, just type in shortcuts to the search box. You'll find it, download it, install it, update to iOS 12 before you do. And let's switch to the overhead cam here. And I'm going to record my screen too, just so I can have this video. Microphone on, screen record.
You're getting a unique look into our video creation process.
So,
let's get this out of the way.
Siri Shortcuts app, it's not the Siri Shortcuts app. Shortcuts app basically lets you create shortcuts. You can do things in your iPhone faster or slower in some cases. Yeah, I mean, there are some that's like turn off Wi-Fi, but you can just go to Control Center and do it. But there are some pretty cool ones. There's one that made the news recently. It's like, I just got pulled over. And what it does, you say, I just got pulled over, hey Siri, and then it'll like turn off Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. It'll put you in do not disturb mode, silence all the sounds your iPhone is making if it's making music or whatever, and then it'll turn your front-facing camera on. so you can record the interaction you have as a police, which is pretty cool. I haven't figured out how to make those ones yet because that's super complicated. But what I can show you is how to open a website with a Siri command. So I'm going to go open up my Shortcuts app. And as you can see, I've got the Yankees scores and news right there. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to make one. Let's say you want to go to payitforward.com by saying, hey Siri, I love Pay It Forward. So what you do is you create shortcut. Tap on that search. Scroll down here to web. That's not right. Is that right? No. Yes. Web URL. Type in the URL you want to go to. Payitforward.com. I can do this. I'm good at the keyboard. Pay it. Oh boy. Payitforward.com. Okay, done. That's step one. You tap done. But wait, you're not done yet. I probably shouldn't have tapped done. Tap that three little dots right there. And we're going to add a second step because this just has the URL. Now you need to have Safari actually open the URL. So we're going to go back to the search. We're going to find Safari here, or Chrome if you prefer Chrome. Scroll down to open URLs. We're going to tap on that. Now, you want to have a Siri command actually open it. Otherwise, you're opening the Shortcuts app to go to Safari. And
I realize that my head is getting in the way of your camera. Because,
oh, geez.
No, because this is awesome. I'm so into this right now.
So we're going to tap that little settings button up in the upper right-hand corner. And we're going to tap add to Siri. And we're going to record a Siri phrase for you. I love Pay It Forward. Oh, it said Pay It Forward. That's okay. Let's try it again. I love Payette Forward. This is working great. This is working really well. Hold on. One more try. Add to Siri. I love Payette Forward. Aha! Tap done.
Awesome.
We've made our shortcut. I'm not going to name it right now because I don't need to. Here we go. Hey Siri, I love Payette Forward.
I think it doesn't work because you're in the screen recording mode.
Hey Siri, I love Pay It Forward. Running your shortcut.
Wow, how cool is that? That is super cool.
How do you like me now?
That's awesome. I'm legitimately excited about this app. I'm going to get into this. I saw a thing about running JavaScript on pages. Now, you may not be excited about how to run JavaScript automatically with Siri. I don't know what are we going to do with this, David? You can do a world of...
I mean, if you go into the Shortcuts app, you're going to find so many different things you can do with it.
Dude, if you guys have used this yet, you got to let us know. Definitely let us know. I'm going to dive into this too. Have you guys used the shortcut?
Yeah, let us know when you use the Shortcut app. Gabriel, we got your...
Let me just take a look.
Email.
Yep, we got your email. We will... I'm going to take a look at this myself. Add new events. Email addresses. You could do phone numbers. Log your workout, get your location, search local businesses, find music, get your photos, scripting, ask for input, repeat, it's like a loop, get clipboard, Trello, jeez.
There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. All right, let's see what we got here.
That's great.
And she'll ask, what do you think of the new Apple Watch? Apple Watch, I don't have it. The fall detection stuff is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's got a lot of great new features. Yeah, I like the fact that they're building in a lot of health stuff.
Yeah,
my mom is totally not into it. She thinks they're just going to track her everywhere.
I mean, it's like the I've fallen and I can't get up, and they've just kind of put that in the Apple Watch, and they're putting those guys out of business. All those health wearable stuff. Apple Watch is just saying we're going to do it all now, and we're going to monitor your heart rate and your EKG.
We're going to do it better than you, Fitbit. See you later.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: are you concerned about privacy? With all this health data going around, are you guys concerned about the privacy when your Apple Watch is now logging your heartbeat and your rhythm? And go ahead.
If Apple wants to store my heart rate, just so be it. I don't care.
Well, the thing is, where people are getting paranoid is that they think that information is going to be leaked to insurance companies that are then going to be able to use that data against customers to raise rates or deny coverage or whatever.
Yeah, that's...
So interesting. So 23andMe is a DNA website.
Sure.
They can collect people's stuff. They were hacked. Everybody's data got out with all their DNA.
Okay, well, if they're hacked, they're hacked. I don't think Apple's going to take your health data and then sell it to insurance companies. I don't think they...
Now, this is what I'm saying. Do you guys think that?
I don't.
Because I know people who are pretty convinced that Apple is going to...
I can see them being hacked and the insurance company saying, oh, we'll just take that, thanks.
So, I wonder...
Isn't the data encrypted, though, and they get your personal information, they encrypt the data?
Yeah, it's encrypted, but, people don't... I don't know. Suddenly not working. Let me ask you this. I had a thought. I just lost it. We were talking about the...
Privacy.
It'll come back to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Got distracted. I get distracted easily. The Siri shortcut's not working for
There's a big debate in the chat right now about 12.1. I'm just going to check real quick.
12.0.1?
General. Software update.
Let's ask the general.
You know what? I've got iOS 12.0.1 available, ready to download and install. So it's not 12.1, but it is 12.0.1. Let's see, anything good?
Yeah, well, it's interesting.
Looks like it'd be okay.
Yeah,
It's interesting. They release iOS 12 for all these bug fixes and to make the performance better, and then right away there's all these problems. And
I remember what I was going to say.
Okay.
So recently we saw a commercial for privacy protection from the company Experian.
Oh, sure. Yeah, right? The ones who got hacked.
Right. So Experian gets hacked and leaks 100 million people's credit card information.
Yep.
Right? But then they launch a product and a marketing campaign that's all about
the dark
protect your
dark web scan
from the dark web.
Yeah.
Because your information is all at risk.
Yeah.
So they both accidentally leaked the problem to create fear, and then sold the solution to the problem.
Right. Anyone who tells you that they can reliably index the dark web and tell you if your information is there is wrong, because there is no reliable index of the dark web, hence why it's called the dark web.
The dark web.
So
what is the dark web, David?
What is the dark web? You know better than I do.
The dark web is... it's just this...
The black market of the internet?
Yeah, it's kind of like... Well, there's different websites in the dark web. You have to use Tor browser to connect to it, which is an IP anonymizer where instead of your computer connecting directly to the internet through your internet service provider, so it goes to China and then to Norway and through these different nodes they're called, so that 7 nodes later you're coming from Sweden and it looks like that's where you are. So that's the only way you can access these websites, and instead of .coms, they're .onions. So there was the Silk Road, was a very famous one, and this is where you go online to buy your drugs and order hits on people, and it's actually legitimately that's what people were saying it was used for. But as soon as it started to be used for that, do you not think that our government was on top of that?
I think they're smart.
Don't you think that maybe they were running these websites to catch people?
Ooh, there's a conspiracy for you.
Of course they were. They shut down the websites and they probably just took them over and they're like, okay, we'll take your order for that Vicodin, sir.
Yeah. Siri Shortcuts app suddenly not working? Is there an update for the app? Are your shortcuts broken?
I would say reboot your phone.
Turn your phone on and off. I mean, if you have a lot of problems, just delete the app and then reinstall it. I don't know if your shortcuts will still be there though, which would be a pain.
Yeah, just turn your phone off and back on. Probably not a problem.
Yeah, it's the version available to the general public right now, just for the chat, is iOS 12.0.1. So
let's put that to bed.
Let's put that. Anshul took the PSAT today.
Oh, peace.
The PSAT.
PSAT. What's the PSAT?
Isn't that the practice SAT?
Oh, it's awesome. It's great.
Isn't that what the P stand? I don't know. I think that's what it is.
Well,
right?
That's what we're going to go with for now until we're corrected. The users remain untraceable in the dark web. That's what they want you to think. But there are other ways that your computer can be traced, like through browser pixels and through detecting the screen size of the window. Yeah, all these really creative ways that they can track.
That's what Tor does. Whenever I use Tor, I don't use it that often. But it's like don't resize your screen to the full width of your computer's screen, because then that's how you can get detected. So make it smaller.
We don't do it for anything illegal,
right?
But I think we may have used it in the past for maybe a Reddit account or something.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Maybe we put a post on Reddit as somebody else and then promoted it ourselves. Not saying we did that, but it can be done
every now and then.
We wouldn't be the first.
Yeah. It's a really roundabout way to not getting caught uploading
Yeah.
your own content.
Yeah, we uploaded our own content.
So yeah, if you have any questions in the chat, feel free to throw them out.
Mm-hmm.
Recommendations, segments you'd like to see, things you'd like us to talk about.
Yeah.
Products
what do you guys think about privacy?
You know what? Speaking of privacy, Google just released the Pixel and a whole bunch of other stuff, and they have like this new home. It's like a tablet, but it's like a connected home thing.
God, Google.
And
yeah,
I saw someone comparing it to 1984, like the telescreens, and I thought it was the stupidest thing. It's like the telescreens are put there by Big Brother and the government to spy on you and keep track of what you're doing at all times of the day.
Mm-hmm.
You're actually going out and buying one of these Google tablets to improve your life and keep track of all your events and, helpful recipes. And there's a lot of people throwing around 1984 comparisons now with all this privacy stuff.
Well, of course. And I saw an interview the other day with Tim Cook where he was talking about privacy. And what he said is that a lot of companies want you to believe that you need to give away all your personal information in order for them to deliver you a good product. But he said that's a load of BS. So I have a Google Home over there in a box somewhere, along with a whole bunch of other smart devices just sorted, through the house.
Mm-hmm.
But when I hooked it up, like I wanted to ask it, what's the score in the Yankees game?
Right.
And it was like, well, just, hook up your search history and your browser history and your email and all of your accounts. And like, we need to know where you are and we need to know what you're doing. And just like, it just needs full access to be able to work correctly.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it was like, nah, no thanks.
Or his HomePod, you just kind of plug it in and it goes.
And it works. So like, why do I need to give it my, browser history to ask what the...
So it can give you recommendations.
Yeah.
And targeted advertisements.
Really, yeah.
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
What would you like to see in iOS 13? We had this thing earlier. Someone asked us, why do we hate iOS 12? We don't, it's just not great. But,
yeah.
And they're like, all right, what's your biggest complaint? And we were just kind of stumped.
Yeah. Meh.
I mean, dark mode would be cool.
Yeah, we want dark mode.
I think the thing we were saying is Apple needs to, keep putting new things out there that kind of surprise us. But now that I've kind of dug through the Shortcuts app,
I kind of like this Shortcuts
I really
app.
like the Shortcuts app. I didn't really give it a fair shake because I didn't know how it worked or how to download it or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's growing on me a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still kind of lackluster.
I like Sayuj's suggestion there, a shortcut playlist on your channel. And this is something where you guys can help us out. I would love to do some collaboration with people because we want to know what you're doing for shortcuts.
Yeah, I mean, I had that idea. I was thinking we could do a top 5 most useful shortcuts video, but we could also walk you through building shortcuts and how they work. Definitely something we'll look into.
And we could call it, the 5 shortcuts you can't live without.
Leo, the digitizer was the correct answer, but we asked that question about 15 minutes ago. Stick around. There's another trivia question coming up in about 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Ansel says they need to do a home screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the home screen, right?
Yeah.
I think it meant the display itself, and they just changed that. But right, yeah.
Yeah.
New home screen would be cool.
The issue is how are they going to make it better? We're also used to the way it looks right now. It's almost hard to imagine it looking differently.
They're going to put all your stuff in folders by default instead of...
I wonder if we'll just move away from the whole swiping thing and just move really toward voice.
Voice stuff, yeah.
But another thing that was super cool that I saw, there's an Apple patent out there, and this is going to take some imagination for you guys. All right, here we go. So I'm going to go overhead for you guys. Boom. So do you see how, obviously, well, you guys know that when you tilt the phone back and forth, the background changes, right? It's called, you see the background move.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? What's it called again?
I don't know.
Display settings. It's called perspective zoom or something, right? It's called perspective. It's called perspective zoom. That's what it's called.
Perfect.
Okay. So imagine this. If instead of looking at your icons like this, think of your iPhone screen like this. Okay? So this is cool. This is working out.
It's like a 3-dimensional?
Right. So you're looking at your screen. When you're looking at it face on, you can just see your regular iPhone. But as soon as you tilt it one way, you can see stuff that's over here. So it creates this 3-dimensional look to it. It looks like a box. So you can say, oh, I want to see what the news was. I just go like this and I can read the news because it's over here.
Huh.
The whole thing is given 3-dimensional depth. Apple has a patent on this technology. We are going to see if they use it. It's actually been around for a few years when they were like, hey, we should do this thing. But to me, it sounds awesome. Like, imagine if you were like, oh, I have like a message, and all I have to do is like tilt my phone like that, and I can read all the messages because it's kind of like they're...
Yeah, that just sounds really not cool. I don't know.
What are you talking
about? I mean, it would look cool, but it seems
it's
like
amazing. It's a great idea. Useless. Yeah, the whole problem is that the screens aren't big enough.
Well, right? You know what you could do instead? You could just make a Siri shortcut and then say browse top news, which is one of the main Siri shortcuts, and then you get the headlines right there. So
you should make one that's called Use Your Imagination. Or that's sorry, Dave.
Kai Samuelson, what do you think next year's iPhone will be called? I don't know, because they're not going to go iPhone XS Max Plus. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, XS.
I think 11? What's going to happen next year is there's going to be a new iPhone SE. iPhone SE 2.
I guess we'll have to SE.
We'll have to SE about it.
Yeah, no, iPhone SE 2. I think they'll go to iPhone 11. Do you?
Possibly.
I mean, they skipped 9.
They really screwed up by skipping 9. That was their problem. They had to honor Steve Jobs or whatever. They did the first. No, they honored the first release of the iPhone. Getting all sentimental.
David doesn't
Apple's not a sentimental company.
Yeah, you don't like that.
They're all about money and making money. And all of a sudden they're dropping sentimental bombs on us.
We don't want to feel Apple.
I don't want to feel anything.
No.
Yeah. Sayush says holographic screen. That'd be something.
That'd be awesome. I would love to see that. I just want the holodeck from Star Trek. If I could just have that, I'd be happy.
The holodeck from Star Trek.
Yeah, you're not familiar with Star Trek.
They have a VR game for Star Trek.
I know, I'm like thinking about getting it.
PlayStation 4.
The reason I don't get any of these video game systems is because I know I would just like them way too much, and then I, wouldn't be able to do YouTube videos anymore.
Green Swamp Frog
says, Dave, come out. I'm shooting the Klingons.
Green Swamp Frog says, I have the green web.
Oh, that's interesting.
I don't know what that means.
Maybe it's the eco-friendly version.
The eco-friendly of the dark web. Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, 8:45. Let's have the second trivia question.
Let's do it.
Let's fire it up.
Yep, we're going to end up today at 9 o'clock. So you guys, we're so glad that you guys are here with us. Feel free to, drop any more comments in the chat if you've got them.
Questions?
I think that we're going to keep doing this, obviously.
Yeah.
I really liked that we had a conversation about privacy today, and I think we should bring that back sometimes.
We have an outline for a video right now. The title is Apple tracking you everywhere you go? And there are 6 points, basically, which kind of show when and where Apple's actually tracking your location using the settings app. And if that's something you guys are interested in, let us know in the chat because we can make that video tomorrow. And it could be cool.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
So,
Trivia
question number 2.
I like this.
Another 2-part question. Ron Johnson was the man responsible for designing the Apple retail stores. Which company hired him to revolutionize their retail stores? And how many months did it take before they fired him?
It's a really cool design. I mean, all you guys have been to Apple retail stores, or at least you're probably familiar with them. Sleek tables. Apple retail stores make more. Here's another trivia question. They make more money per square foot than any other retail store in the world. And someday we'll do a trivia question with what's the number 2.
But one more time, 2-part question. Ron Johnson was the man responsible for designing Apple retail stores. Which company hired him to revolutionize their retail stores? And how many months did it take before they fired him?
Yep.
They
tried to hang on. That guy had to go. It was amazing how well his ideas worked at Apple and how poorly they worked at the answer to our trivia question.
Anshul says, I would like to see more widgets and not just in one place. Question one more time. Ron Johnson was the man responsible for designing Apple retail stores. Which company hired him to revolutionize their retail stores? And how many months did it take before they fired him? That's a 2-part question. Got to get both parts of the answer to win the prize, which is a gift card.
Ron Johnson left Apple when I was there.
Ron Johnson, not to be confused with
Ron Swanson?
Ron Swanson, sure.
From Parks and Rec?
Everyone is Googling the answer right now.
As we speak.
As we speak.
Yeah.
Google away.
Yeah.
In the meantime.
Which Apple stores have you been to?
Albany.
Okay. Me too.
We went to that one in New York City.
We went to one in New York City together. Yeah. Wow.
Sayush
Jeez.
comes up big with the JCPenney in 17 months. Yes.
17 months. Wow, that was quick, Sayush. Like, seriously. Impressive again.
Googler. He's a good Googler.
He's a fabulous
So,
Googler.
if you look at JCPenney's stock price on the day that Ron Johnson was hired, it was about $30.
Mm-hmm.
You fast forward to when he was fired 17 months later, and the price is what, $13?
Yeah, 16, 15, I don't know, somewhere in there.
So he pretty much, obviously there's more to it than Ron Johnson.
Yeah.
But the stock price dropped 50% in 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
That's bad.
And so it was around $13. How much is it now?
Was it 175?
Less than $2.
Yeah, JCPenney is not the stock to buy.
Not doing well.
Or maybe it's the time to buy. Because in this great bull market we're in right now, JCPenney is falling off a cliff.
Well, Apple was like the favorite of all the young people.
Mm-hmm.
So JCPenney was like, we need young people.
Right.
Let's hire Ron Johnson to come
Right.
in and revolutionize our store. So what did they do? They got rid of coupons.
Right.
They got rid of like everything that was relevant to their customer base to try to appeal to a new customer base who did not go to JCPenney's. And the current customer base was alienated because what do people like to do who go to JCPenney's?
Get 80% off overpriced clothes.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
They
have
like
a-
to clip coupons. But then their whole thing was like fair and square. There's no more deals here.
Yeah.
It's kind of a stupid deal because
Yeah.
Apple doesn't have any sales really.
No, of course not.
Yeah, they don't need to.
Yeah.
But people
JC.
want a sale when they're buying a T-shirt.
Yeah, they're going.
It's not the same as
I mean,
a
if you're making the effort to actually go to JCPenney and
Yeah.
there's 2 people working there and you can't find anyone.
I've actually had some really good experiences at JCPenney. But
Okay.
sheets there.
Cool.
I went in there once when Ron Johnson was the CEO, and they had the same Easy Pays, which is what we had in the Apple Store.
Mhm.
And but it didn't work like the Apple Store because JCPenney's is huge, like you said.
Mhm.
Like there are tons of people that work there, but you end up sort of marooned in some pants section, 40 miles away from the registers, and people have Easy Pays. But then you try to go to check out somewhere, and they're like, "Oh, we can't check you out. You have to go find someone."
Yeah.
Whereas in the Apple Store, they got you right in that little box.
We got Sayuj's email address, correct?
We sure do.
We sure got it. So we're gonna put his email. We're not.
Well, let's inside. Just put it in the email address. Don't make us look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put it in the.
All right. Well, we'll be here for about another 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Got any questions? Fire them in the chat.
Mhm.
Any comments?
Yeah.
Video suggestions that you'd actually want to watch? Because we want to make videos that you want to watch. If you don't want to watch our videos,
Then the hell with you.
yeah.
So, do you guys like JCPenney's? Do you guys
What
like
kind of
Ron
question
Johnson?
is that? Oh man.
It's a good question. We're talking about Ron Johnson.
One last thing about the stock market. If you look at Apple's price from when Ron Johnson took over to where it is now, it's huge. What would you like to see in the next Apple
so
Watch
kind,
and MacBook
David.
Pro?
Ugh.
I don't know. I'm kind of happy with my Apple Watch 3. I updated to WatchOS 5.
I
It's
think
exactly
we
the
haven't
same.
eaten dinner yet, so I think that David's a little hangry. I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
we have Sage's email address,
We
right?
do. No, just type it in.
Yeah, type it
Sayush.
in the
Jesus.
chat again.
Type it in the freaking chat. All right. So, what do we want to see in the next Apple Watch and MacBook Pro? I would like to see a thinner MacBook Pro. How about that?
Okay. I'd like to see one that's less than $1,000, but also really awesome, because then I could,
Yeah.
Next Apple, what would I want in the next Apple Watch? I guess I would like more specific fitness information, because right now the built-in fitness app, it can track your heart rate and your calories and how long you've been working out.
Mm.
But as far as I know, there's no way to enter your weight or your workout goals or anything like that. I'm sure there's a third-party
You
app.
can though. Like when my friend set it up the other day, he had to put in his weight.
Oh, maybe I did it before and now I don't. I don't know.
Yeah. Thanks, Sayush. Appreciate it.
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Apple Watch has very limited functionality.
I want to
for
see
me.
glucose monitoring or anything
Glucose
interesting.
monitoring. Okay.
Yeah, I want to see stuff that's cool. Okay, heart rate is cool, but I can do that
Get
myself.
a little needle so you can, check the ketones in your blood.
Yeah.
It's great.
No, but I want to do things with my watch that I can't figure out by myself.
Okay,
Blood
sure.
pressure.
Blood pressure would be cool.
Yeah, give me stuff that I can't go like this and figure out by
It'd be
myself.
cool if the Apple Watch could constrict on your
Yeah.
wrist. And,
I know when I'm falling down. I don't need the watch to tell me that.
all right. Anshul Shah. I want to see a touchscreen MacBook Pro. Kind of like the Microsoft Surface. I mean, iPad, but the iPad doesn't have a keyboard attached to it. Maybe Apple will rip off Microsoft to make the Surface Pro.
I think that the a touchscreen MacBook Pro is like, that's the thing. I was at a friend's house recently, and he works for Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And he was looking at my laptop, which is like good, but he was like, this thing reeks of 2011. There's no touchscreen, you know? And I was like, it's actually a really good computer. He's like, what's good about it? My Surface has a touchscreen.
Well, can his Surface live stream OBS?
No.
At 60 FPS?
No, but we can't either, David. So.
Oh, okay, well.
But not because of the Mac, because of our internet connection.
I want a cheaper Apple Watch, says Kai.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I mean, what are they now, like $300?
Mm-hmm.
You can get an Apple Watch Series 3 for pretty cheap right now, I bet.
Kai. That means water? Ocean? Ocean?
Let us know in the chat.
Hawaii?
I would like to see iPhones last longer instead of retiring every phone because there are no more iOS updates.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, if you have an iPhone 5S, you're running out of time.
Yeah, and that is my number one complaint.
They do give you 5 years of, you know.
I just wish they'd let you go back to the software the way it was when you took it out of the box. It's like, okay, maybe I can't use the new features, but the phone is fast.
Yeah. Sabith says, hi there. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How about an iPad able to connect to a laptop for a second screen? Can you do that already?
Mm-mm. You can do it with, I think there are some apps. I definitely looked into that at one point. It would be great if you could do it natively.
Yeah, that'd be
cool. That'd be a great feature.
Bigger MacBook Pro updates. You just updated to Mojave. How is it?
It's great. I like the dark mode.
I hate the dark mode.
I like the dark. I like it.
The dark mode.
I'm not sure if I like it because it's different and it's just a fad, or if I actually like it.
The thing with dark mode on the Mojave Max is like, it just looks like incognito mode when you're in Safari. So
Kai's not sure what his name means. Well, Kai, guess what?
You're gonna look
it
up.
Gonna find out.
iPhone 5S, FaceTime and iMessage not working at all, and I have no idea.
Kai means sea in Hawaiian. I mean, that's where.
Means sea in Hawaiian.
Sea, like the sea.
Like the ocean.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, iPhone 5S, FaceTime and iMessage not working. All I have at all. I have no idea why. It's been a year.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the fix?
Now it's been a year. It's not activating at all. I would get in touch with Apple support. Or is it like a phone number? Is it an old phone that's not activated anymore?
Is it linked to the wrong iCloud account? I don't know.
Could be like, yeah. I mean, it sounds to me like it could be a cell issue. Like, because iMessage does try to link up to a cell phone number. Mm-hmm. It seems like that would be the deal.
Yeah, I mean, if you try everything in our video, I would call Apple support.
Yeah, call your carrier SIM card.
Is it possible to enable smart invert colors with Siri shortcuts? I bet it is, and I'm going to look into it after this video. I mean, you could also just go to settings, general, accessibility, colors, smart invert colors.
Yeah. Do you guys know how to do that? Let's just go to the overhead cam real quick. Right. We'll show you guys how to do that real quick. So Siri shortcuts is great, but other shortcuts have existed for a while and are okay. So if we go to settings and then general accessibility and scroll down to, where are we going, David?
I think it's up. Display accommodations.
That's it.
Invert color.
Invert colors is
invert
off.
Colors.
Smart invert, we can turn that on, which is cool. It's kind of like dark mode. So where's the shortcut though? Wait,
the shortcut?
Yeah, for touch accommodations. Is that what it is? No.
It's
Well, how do you get?
There's accessibility shortcuts. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't know where that is. It's in there somewhere.
So how do I turn that on? Maybe you guys can help us.
Trev Nal says, "Yay! I finally catch your live stream."
Just in time for us to go off the air.
Yeah, I mean, let us know in the comments what time works best for you, because we kind of just go on without any real game plan.
Well, I came in with a game plan today. The baseball apps.
That's true. Yeah,
and your descriptions were great. I didn't put that much effort into it.
Let us know in the chat what times are best for you to live stream, because we obviously want to be able to as many people to watch as possible. Of course.
Yeah, we want you guys to be here. Let me show you guys something really quick. Just a really cool thing. Do you know how cool the zoom feature is on iPhone.
Oh, it's so lame.
No, the magnifier issue.
Oh, like using your thing.
So like if you go to settings, general accessibility, guys, just a heads up. I like this a lot. Let's see. Just turn up my brightness here a little bit for you guys. So if you go to settings, general accessibility, and then you go down to, where is it, magnifier? Turn that on.
Yeah.
And then, so you turn it on, but then when enabled, triple click the side button to start magnifier. So wherever you are on your iPhone, like if you got to read something small, you just go 1, 2, 3, and all of a sudden you're in this magnifier, and it's very difficult to demo, but this text is small. So I can go in here and you just like go in and blow it up, and then you can read it.
Wow.
iPhone XS, earpods.
Good for people with bad vision.
Yeah, totally. Super cool. I think that's great for people. And you can turn on the flashlight. People were doing this all the time for menus and restaurants and stuff. All my,
maybe the menus
older
should
friends.
just be larger fonts for...
Yeah, probably.
So, Zabi said, Apple support didn't respond properly. I mean, it could also be a carrier issue, couldn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe contact your wireless carrier, see what they can do for you.
Yep.
Isn't Mac OS Mojave countering the dark web identification by computer characteristics?
So I guess we have to go now, David.
By sending a generic profile.
Yeah. I don't know if it's countering the dark web identification. I know that it's countering tracking by ad networks. So like they're trying to disable people. The way that websites track you on the internet is they put cookies on your computer.
Yeah.
Like Hansel and Gretel. They had a cookie so they could follow you back home to everything that you like. And Apple is trying to, instead of letting them put unique cookies on your computer, just send a generic cookie so that they can't track it back to you specifically. I'm not sure what kind of impact that's going to have on using the dark web.
Interesting. Live streams on Fridays. We have to figure out how I can do that remotely. That'd be cool. No Apple Store in Sri Lanka. You can still call though, right?
I have no idea what the policy is in Sri Lanka. Good luck.
Fire up those last questions or comments in the chat. We're going to be around for a couple more minutes.
No, we're not.
We're going to be around for 90 more seconds.
90 seconds. I'll give you 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
We're going to be done at 9 o'clock tonight. It's not that we don't love you guys. I'm just trying to stick to a schedule.
You hungry?
I'm hungry.
If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please do. We just passed 20,000 subscribers, which is really cool. When we actually met, the channel was below 1,000 subscribers. So obviously I know what I'm doing. Thumbs up this video. Share our channel with your friends. Let them know they can get awesome iPhone support for free from the comfort of their own home from Pay It Forward.
Yep. So about the Sri Lanka thing, you got to DFU restore your phone first to figure out if it's a software problem with your phone. Try a different SIM card. I think it's a SIM card problem because it's not talking to your carrier correctly. If you can eliminate the fact that it's a software problem by DFU restoring the phone, then you're going to need to get a new phone. But it's not going to be anything. It's not going to be a hardware problem. So yeah, DFU restore your phone, talk to your carrier, get a new SIM card. It's going to work for you.
All right.
Yep.
Great.
Did you want to wrap it up, Dave?
Got nothing else in the chat. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions we didn't get to, this video is going to be live on the channel after it's done airing. Leave a comment there. If you want a new iPhone XS, check the description section below. Great deals on all the major US carriers. And the 2 winners of our giveaway trivia, we're going to email you after the stream.
Well,
Yep.
Thank
you guys for watching.
All right.